Our losses were heavy this morning. The machine guns ahead opened up and gave us hell. They can see us better than we can see them. We are now standing by some hell. Heavy shelling, seemingly from all directions.
Paul Dornblaser was a member of the first class at the University of Montana School of Law and a star football player for the Grizzlies. His last diary entry, written in the hills of France in October 1918, captures what many would feel over the decades. By September of that year, practically every former law student was in active military service. As a result, all law courses were suspended. Dornblaser's classmate, a volunteer nurse, would succumb to a flu epidemic the following month. Though the school would reopen in 1919, by 1941, America would be drawn into a second world war, one that would forever alter the course of the country. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor, enrollment at the school would drop to just 13 as students and faculty left to serve. Dean Leaphart himself would leave for the Regional War Labor Board in Denver. Professors Pope and Mason spent most of the war years with the Department of Justice, and Russell Smith with the Office of Price Administration and the Navy. As the conflict raged across Europe and the Pacific, it would claim the lives of at least two graduates, Lieutenant Colonel Wilbur H. Wood and Lieutenant Robert C. Flint in the Army Air Force. At home, unlike during World War I, the school remained open, continuing to publish the Montana Law Review. As World War II drew to a close, the student body was comprised almost entirely of veterans. By 1948, the school's enrollment had reached an all-time high of 257, including a record 11 women. They came to Missoula from across Montana with names like Dietrich, Warden, Lawn, Panzer, Mudd, Haswell, Bellingham, Hoyt, McDonough, and even Robinson. Dean Leaphart would recall that these students, shaped by their experiences in the war, were more studious and produced better quality work than their pre-war predecessors. Dedicated to their state and country, they shaped the Montana Bar for many years to come. In time, more veterans would return home to study law, as American soldiers would fight in places like Korea and Vietnam. Their service continues even today in conflicts around the world.